Inscription number 54. Tala-gunda stone pillar inscription of Santi-varman. The stone pillar is located in front of a ruined Siva temple, called Prana-valingeshwara temple in Tala-gunda village, Shimoga, Karnataka. The temple is very close to the state highway and is located 80 kilometers northwest of Shivamogga city. This inscription gives major information about the Kadamba dynasty, especially about its founders. This inscription was written in the mid-5th century CE. The author of this inscription was Kubja, the court poet of Santi-varman. He had engraved the inscription himself, so as to prevent any other engraver from committing mistakes. The inscription gives details of the Brahmin Kadamba dynasty. Provenance, Tala-gunda, Shimoga district, Karnataka. Script box-headed variety of late Brahmi of the southern class of the first half of the 5th century AD. Language, Sanskrit. From the facsimile in ep.end. Where Kielhorn assigns the inscription to Kakusthavarman, who was the most powerful ruler of the dynasty. According to Sastari and Moras, under the rule of Kakusthavarma, the kingdom reached its pinnacle of success, and the Tala-gunda record calls him the ornament of the family. The reference evidently is also made of Mayurasarman, whom the Pallavas appointed as the Senapati. After having been worsted in border conflicts. Sirkar refers to the Aswamedha performed by Santi-varman, and hence Mayurasarman to be a contemporary of the former. The kingdom of the Banas comprised parts of the Chittoor, North Arcot and Anantapur districts. According to Kielhorn, their capital was at Tiruvallam in the district of Perumbanappadi, i.e. the country of the Great Bana, the modern city of Kachipuram. English translation of the inscription. Success obeisance to Siva. Victorious is the eternal Siva, whose one body is framed by the colossus of all the gods, who is adorned with a mass of matted hair lustrous because inlaid with the rays of the moon. After him, victorious are the gods on earth, the best of the twice born, who recite the Sama, Rig and Yazur, whose favor constantly guards the three worlds from the fear of evil. And next victorious is Kakusthavarman, of vast intelligence, and of a body comparable to that of the Lord of the gods. The king who is like the moon in the firmament of the great lineage of the Kadamba leaders of armies. There was a lofty family of the twice born, the circle of rays of whose moon-like virtues was expanding, known as the Haritiputras, and traversing along the path of the three Vedas, who had sprung from the Gotra of Manavyas. The foremost of rishis, whose hair was wet from being constantly sprinkled with the holy water of the purificatory rites of many-fold sacrifices, thoroughly versed in delving into the sacred lore, who kindled the sacred fire and drank soma according to due rites, the interiors of whose houses reverberated with the sixfold subjects of study, 6 Vedangas preceded by the word Om, who promoted the increase of ample Chaturmasya sacrifices, Agnihotra and animal sacrifices, new and full moon and Shraddha rites, whose dwellings were ever resorted to by guests, and who were regular in their 3 fruitful Soma rites, and on a spot near whose house there grew one Kadamba tree with blooming flowers. Therefore, because of multiplicity of their Brahmana fellow students, to distinguish them a figurative attribute started to be used by bringing about the similarity of name based on commonness with this Kadamba tree. In the Kadamba family, thus arisen, there was an illustrious chief of the twice born, named Mayurasarman, adorned with sacred knowledge, good character, purity and the like. He went in the company of his preceptor, Virasena, to the city of the Pallava king and desirous of learning the entire sacred lore. Quickly entered an institution of sacred learning as a mendicant student. There he was enraged by a sharp quarrel based on a Pallava horse.